I'm not a professional developer. I'm not an artist either. I never saw myself making video games. And yet, I've spent the last 3 years with an idea in my head that has turned into the most expensive hobby of my life. I'm Pandemonium, and I'm here to talk to you about my game. For those of you who have pets, you've probably felt like the butler of your furry friends at some point. Waking up to serve breakfast, cleaning the litter box, buying them expensive toys so they can exclusively play with the cardboard box they came in. In the end, it feels like they're staying in a luxury hotel that you're managing. And that's exactly what Animansion is. A hotel management game where all your guests are animals, and where the room you place them in can create synergies or conflicts. This idea started years ago as a messy note on my phone where I kept adding thoughts. The file was pure chaos, mechanics, story, art, and any random idea that crossed my mind all mixed together. So I had to organize it, and after watching a lot of YouTube videos, I tried to make something resembling a GDD. But the truth is that beyond having read a couple of books, listened to podcasts, and having many years of gaming behind me, I had absolutely no idea what I was getting into. My background is in accounting, probably the only profession where creativity is a bad thing. So it was hard to get anything useful out of that experience, except for one thing: Excel. And that's how I created the project's MVP, a spreadsheet where you could choose a character, use their energy to gather resources, and upgrade the building until you reached a 5-star hotel. Up until that point, this idea had been a secret. I hadn't told anyone, not even my partner, which forced me to open up if I wanted to know whether it was actually fun. Yes, YouTube person, I wanted to see if people enjoyed playing an Excel file. Because if everyone told me it was unbearable, I could drop this crazy idea and go back to the fascinating world of accounting in peace. But to my surprise, people were actually having fun. And not just playing for 5 minutes to be polite. They were spending 3.5 hours min-maxing their hotel, reaching the final level, intuitively discovering animal synergies, and saving up to upgrade their tools. And then something happened that completely changed my plans. The company I was working for went bankrupt, so both my coworkers and I were laid off. And for the first time, I had something very dangerous: time and an unfinished idea. I signed up for game development courses, started talking about the project with friends already working in the industry, and found game dev communities online. According to most of the YouTubers working on video games, I was making a huge mistake. I should go back to accounting. But I'm enjoying this experience, and honestly, if I hadn't taken the risk, I would have spent the rest of my life wondering what could have happened. There are many moments where I question what I'm doing, fall into a small pit of doubt, and slowly climb back out. Because even though this is new, and there's a lot I still need to learn, I've thought deeply about it, and I trust that I can bring Animansion forward. I had a very clear idea of the artistic personality I wanted for the game, but the reality was that I couldn't achieve it on my own. I became familiar with Unity, but obviously, I still wasn't capable of making a project of this scope. Progress was painfully slow, and eventually, I reached a conclusion. I needed a team. It's hard to accept that even if the idea is yours, the people you work with know far more about their own fields than you do. That becomes much easier once you accept that you're a fish out of water. I decided to invest my severance pay and some savings into this project, and I found 2 people far from my country who shared the same passion for video games. I had 2 clear roles in mind: a Unity expert and an artist who could turn my ideas into pixels. I would take care of production, design, and marketing, the tasks of someone with no artistic talent. Maybe this video would make more sense once the game is finished, and I could say everything worked out perfectly, but that's not the case. Right now, Animansion is still in development. There's a lot of work ahead, but I truly believe I'm building something that pet lovers and cozy game players will enjoy. And ideally, another 200 million players too, just enough to beat Stardew Valley. What I appreciate the most about this experience is the people I've met along the way, whether in person at indie game events or people online who I talk to more often than my own parents. I also believe that entrepreneurship, in a way, is contagious. So I hope this helps show others that you can take risks and pursue what you want, regardless of financial return or external criticism. I don't know if Animansion will be a success, but I do know that not trying would have been far more expensive. Thank you so much for listening to all of this. I hope it sparks some interest in Animansion, or maybe even motivates you to start a hobby you've been afraid to try. As long as that project isn't making a hotel management game with animals, that idea is already taken. You'll find the Steam page and social media links in the video description. I hope you've enjoyed your stay at our hotel, and we'll see you next time.